Hi everyone, Kevin Ikov here. Today I wanted to talk to you about the Yamas, the 5 major Yamas. Ahimsa, or Nonviolence, being the first one, and that's the one I'm mainly going to talk about today. But the other 4 are about truthfulness, about sexual energy, and it's a brahmacharya kind of a thing, and there's asteya, or non-stealing, and there's also aparigraha, which is forgiveness of the self. And anyway, the 5 yamas are moral disciplines. There's also 5 major niyamas, and they're more of observances, spiritual observances. But today I'm speaking on the yamas. I'm really only talking about nonviolence. I've already spoken about truth, I believe, in another video. But anyway, there's a great deal of importance to the yamas. The yamas are the first thing in yoga of the 8-stage steps of Patanjali, the 8-stage practice. Yamas are first, then niyamas. So first thing is your moral disciplines. If you don't have good moral disciplines, how can you start yoga? How can you start any practice without good moral disciplines? Today I'm speaking about nonviolence because I've heard others speak about nonviolence, and I have a feeling people don't truly understand what's a violent act. Sometimes people can come up and get into your space, into your face, into just your personal aura, or that energy that surrounds you, and think that's okay and start speaking to you. They may not come off violently, but that's kind of your space. They should ask permission before they enter into that space, especially if they're going to talk to you about something serious or something of great concern. They need to let you know. And just because they say things to you that are polite, or you could say have a little bit of an etiquette to it, that they're nice in saying things, you may not be quite as developed etiquette quite the same way. And you know what? You may use more harsh words. Just because you're using harsh words, does that make you any less violent than that person that just came into your space? No, absolutely not. You're defending yourself against that violent type aggressionary act from someone else, and though you may use other words, those words may actually be just as violent, even though they may not be a curse word, even though they may not be something sort of like the F word or something like that, where people, as soon as they hear it, you're so violent. You know, I don't know if that's so true. I've seen a lot of people do a lot more violent acts and never say anything violently, but they acted violently. They approached people violently. They acted aggressively toward other people. And the thing is when you're in a spiritual practice, when you're developing spiritual austerities, moral disciplines, you want to truly understand what some of these are. And I basically had said, if you just follow one of the yamas and one of the niyamas, you will gain all of them in time. Just work on one that you're already kind of there at, or that is easily developed in you, and the rest of them will come much easier to you. Nonviolence can be difficult to work on because we live in a very, very violent world, and people are constantly aggressively approaching you from all sides. We have aggression all the time. It's on the TV, it's on the radio, it's just on the street that you're walking on. There's constant aggression. That's a form of violence. Aggression is a form of violence. You want all violence to be gone in your life and to live a serene, calm life. You could say, well, you could develop that through meditation and this inner silence, and there's truth to that. But in this outer world, it doesn't mean that you should take a back seat and allow someone to brutalize you or to use you in a way that you don't want to be used. If you tend to be a giver and you like to give, it can be, the takers, they'll see you coming a mile away. Taking, in many ways, can be considered a form of violence, depending on how that you're taking that and how that's done. Some people might be willing to do it and not even realize what's happening to them. And so what I'm saying is really, really investigate and understand what it means to be nonviolent. It means to be nonviolent in all forms of thought, speech, and action. None at all. And it doesn't mean get slapped on the cheek and then turn your other cheek. I know that's what people say Jesus said and all this, and that's what he did. No, walk away. Get away from the situation. Walk away from it. Don't stand there and take it so that you get the other cheek slapped. Walk away. Leave these people. Leave people that are like that. Don't hang out with them. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your rights. That doesn't make you an aggressive person. That makes you an assertive person. Be assertive. Stand up for yourself. Don't let people push you around, but at the same time, don't do it violently. Do it calm. Inner calmness from your heart. Walk away from people. No sense being there and putting up with things that you don't want to put up with. And that's what this is about. The first Yama is about developing nonviolence in yourself. And the only way you can truly do that in this world is to learn how to deal with the violence that's out there every day. And there's violence out there every day. You turn on the TV, it's constant violence you're looking at. Constant negative stories. Stay away from the negativity. Stay away from the negative stories. I haven't watched the news in probably 15 years. Stay away from negativity. It's no good for you. There's a violenceness to negativity. Stay away from negative things, negative thinking, negative thoughts, and try to move your life in a positive approach. And certainly, of all things, don't get involved in any violent acts, any kind of violent aggressions. It's just not good for the self. It's not good at all. But, again, that doesn't mean to be a wimp and not stand up for yourself and let somebody else hurt you or harm you. No. You protect yourself. You protect your inner being. You protect who you are. And try to do that in the most non-aggressive method possible. And sometimes that's hard to do in this life. So anyway, I wish you well. I hope this gives you some understanding of the first Yama, which is nonviolence, Ahimsa. And so with that, I hope you can learn to live a nonviolent, peaceful life in this world and stay calm, steady, serene throughout it all. May you be blessed. May you have a great day. Namaste, Jai Bhagwan. May you see the light within yourself and all others. And may you share the practice of nonviolence with others.